Bingo.
Aww.
We're feeding crackers for dogs. So this is kind of where I called it when we got together, and it's called the unexpected channeling. Because what actually happened is we channeled last night, and that was the day that we always channel on, and I had mentioned to Rick, who is the law of attraction, to put out an email and just say, hey, if anyone wants to come over tonight and channel, we can do that. You know, they can, you know, or watch a channel and come on over. Because my Odyssey of Ascension YouTube channel told them last night that I'm house sitting in Esther's house, the only house. But Rick had emailed you guys that was in law of attraction the wrong date. So we weren't expecting to channel today until Rita was like, you better check the email because it seems like a lot of people are coming today.
I didn't get that till today.
Huh?
I didn't get it till today.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm excited.
Yeah.
The unexpected channel. So,
I don't care if there's a recording right now.
very sorry. No, you're good. So let's see what we got today. Love this. I know it's kind of hard, but
Oh, and if you could silence your cell phones.
oh yeah, cell phones off.
Sure.
Okay.
Make sure.
Whatever.
Put it on vibrate or something.
I think that one is on right there. Sorry guys, we're getting there.
Good question. For people who channel, are they like chosen or like?
We choose.
Okay.
Yeah. Boom.
Cool.
Good. At team. You good, Renee?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Greetings to the collective once again. Ocyphius here, stand by. We're speaking with the puppies right now. Giving some energy love. Barking, that kind of thing. And greetings again, Ocyphius from the Oversoul Collective Fire. We would like to, let's say, introduce ourselves to a new group of people in that fashion. We have a few here that have been here before, but we have two what you call entities that are now, through the idea of law of attraction, the idea of secret, have synchronistically found them in this space-time now, this presence of this moment. They're vibrating in this reality to experience something beyond themselves, to follow their excitement, to come out here in the country, so to speak, far away from the city, in that idea, to see what's there for them, following their excitement, their law of attraction, their vibration, their trust in themselves to expand. Simple. It's as easy as that. But here's the idea. You have ideas of following your joy, your idea of happiness. But let's look at the degrees of separation that you put into play that keep you from finding and also, most certainly, oh yes, following that of what you choose. You deem things in definitions. This is why we have, let's say, offered an idea. Definitions in and of themselves are most certainly a limitation. A limitation of your idea of who you are. Within the definition of anything you are defining keeps you in a vibration of that frequency. Therefore, not allowing yourself to go beyond if you solidify that idea as a fact. The degrees of separation we're talking here. The ideas. So going out to a meeting is not that tough. It's exciting. I can do it. I have the gas to go in the car. I have the time. Whatever runs through your mind on traveling to somewhere that synchronistically you got an email in this case. Told to by someone, recommended to come on out and check it out. Wasn't that deep of a task. Not much interlaced with fear. Because it's easy to drive, it's easy to go there and see what it's about. So the definitions that you traveled from A to B in that space-time was an easier slipstream, then of different degrees, then of higher fear-based laced ideas of fears. Of truly highest excitements, but you're deeming them as fears. Because that's what rattles off in front of you. So it's easy to travel somewhere and go and do something that looks fun. That of Dave living over in the, let's say, European continent, and that idea of Germany, easy to go over to a castle. It's exciting. It's right down the street. He's expressing experience. Simple. Those things that you do on your day-to-day, your definitions of the easement. Not too much fear because you've experienced them. It seems commonplace. Everybody's doing it. Now we're looking at different ideas of degrees of what keeps you limited. What keeps you frozen in your tracks from expressing yourself. Finding out what's truly out there. We're going to give you ideas of different degrees of things. What's truly beckoning you right now in your reality? What's truly telling you, I don't like this anymore, I want to leave. There's something else for me, I know it. What is it? You see it, you find it, you know it, it's been offered to you, but you deny it because it can't be possible. That's a definition. That's what you see as different definitions of levels of degrees laced with fear between the two. 3, 4, 5, 6, doesn't matter. Every day you are brave enough to do tasks because they're simple. Because once again, they're easy. They're not, let's say, complex in any way, shape, or form. But as you move through life and your soul urges you to go beyond yourself because you've been dulled by that of society, you've chosen to wake up, you're no longer fitting in the social complex. You are, let's say, not happy anymore. At your job, in your relationship, in your space-time where you're at now. The city you're living in could be. The environment. Nothing is happy for you. You want to leave. And then you get the ideas in your head, don't you? Some of them are like, well, we can do this and do this and this, and you just, none of them really work. You get frustrated. But there's one that goes, oh yeah, that would be really good. I would love to do that. Oh yeah. But. I can't do that. Because. I don't have the money. It's impossible. I don't have the right education. I don't see how that can happen. There it is. But yet, every day, the little tasks are easy for you to accomplish. You don't need to see. You just know. Well, there it is. You understand now? Do you see your definitions between the degrees of tasks that you orient yourself to, your higher self giving to you, orient that vibration within your frequency range to follow, tells you, that's exciting, tells you you would love this, but then it's shut down. That's where you need to go. That's your definition of that reality. That's your intricate idea of yourself that you love, but there's no validity, no idea in your mind on how that's going to happen. Yet you can define yourselves in other ways that are simplistic. When you define yourselves in easement, a taught system that's natural to you, there's no problem. But here's what you're missing. It's all the same. Every single moment is the same. Who's creating it? You are. Most certainly. You create this entire reality. Once again, all you're doing is taking a thought, vibrating it into light, slowing it down, collapsing it to that what you call matter, into finite matter, creating this space-time illusion of matter, space, and time. That's it. That's what you're doing. But how you create is the belief system between any reality that you are telling yourself to do that is feasible, that is exciting, that is impossible. Yet you're creating every moment already. Your degrees of definition between what you can accomplish is always a belief. You attract the things around you. You pull into the reality around you of what you love. Because you're loving all the time to the degrees of beliefs you understand about yourself. That is your level of love. That's what you are. You attract those to you. And when it looks like it's too much, out of bounds, I won't fit in, I'll be scrutinized, there's no way, I don't have the money, I'm too old, that's impossible, my parents wouldn't accept me, my wife wouldn't do this, my husband wouldn't do this, my co-workers would say this. When you're creating every moment, every vibrational reality in every space-time now is all 100% you. Now you can see how your degrees of separation are enacted according to the beliefs. It's as simple as that. This is why action is needed in the fashion. But action is not taken out of fear to make sure, once again, you don't want to, let's say, follow this excitement if things aren't in place because you're fearing. I don't see how that's possible, so I can't take action. Now here's the idea. Take action because your higher self said it. It looks exciting and then you go. Now, here's the difference where you understand for the first time the difference between theorized ideas of reality and living them. Because when you live them, you create them. And in every moment, you are the resonation of that creative vibration. Then you know it's not any of the fears that have been pulled up from your past, pulled up from your idea of taught belief system of social construct acceptance, that ideas that were keeping you, let's say, down here, are now tissue paper. Because you're in the vibration of the reality you're choosing to follow. Once you get there, that's when the truth of it really exposes itself to you. But don't go to it until you want to do it. Don't do anything that is safety, security, mediocrity, acceptance. Why do you guys join clubs? You join law of attraction for group friendship. You wanted to understand that. You co-created something where it was acceptable. That in and of itself is a definition of belief. It is. But it was your joy, so you followed it. And you did. That's the point. Now you are feeling a different reality than what you all perceived before you came here. But yet you followed your excitement to feel this new vibration for the first time. This is what we're talking about, this slipstream. Get into the idea of that, let's say, excitement. Take action, as the great Daryl Inca Bashar, reverse that, has said. Action in the moment. Take the action in the moment to experience that in any way you can. You want a new house? Go house shopping. Do that. Feel the houses. Be there. Do that. Oh, I'm wasting their time. No, you're not. They chose their reality. Let them choose. Right? You're creating for your reality. You're attracting the things in the best way you can through your mind. And your mind is all that is. So therefore, the highest vibration, the one that is the most exciting reality, idea, thought process, that's what you follow. And when you get into that vibrational now of that presence, that frequency goes, holy cow, this is awesome. And you're going, yes it is. I want to be here. And you are there. And you continue that. Then the fears that have been keeping you back here, down here, built into the complex, standing a post, let's say cog in the wheel, contributing to society, doing your part, waving your flag, is all bullshit. You feel that's all fears are now crumbling because you are in where you have chosen, where you have chosen, in this now. That vibration is unmistakable. But the fear keeps you down here, back here. This is law of attraction. This is the secret. You think about it, be in it, create it in any way. Listen, the mirror is perfect. Again, we spoke of this. The mirror is always perfection. Always perfection. You are in, let's say, a bubble. For this, the new people will tell us, a holodeck. You are beaming back up on this large 360-degree screen. There's nothing on the other side of the screen. It's all projected from your light. Through your eyes is projecting this reality around you. You. And whatever you vibrate, your light shining through brings back that in reflection. That is your creation. So when you act at a vibration of up here that says, I love this, that's what you put out. So the perfection of the mirror reflects back to you. The mirror holds nothing. It is perfect. Whatever you put out, it will not leave anything out. Nothing. So that comes right back into your reality, right into your, right here, and you feel it. Because you are vibrating it, because you recognize it, you resonate with it. That is the continuation where your reality goes up. And whenever anything in your reality has a frictional frequency that doesn't match, let it go. But now here we go with the definitions again. I can't let go of this because. Now you have the idea, it's the difference between this and this. They're both a creative vibrational light story that you have written. But it is only belief that makes me say that this is more important than this. It is the dogma behind it that says, I need this in order for me. And this is easy because everyone does it. Simple. Let's take that of tattoos. Let's look at tattoos for a minute, because we have this entity in here that is gorgeously a canvas in that idea. Let's look at that. Let's look at the dogma behind tattoos from the 50s, 60s, 70s. Sailors. Mom anchors away. Skulls, crossbones, tough. Ooh. That was a belief. Now everyone has that, and it's a system. A system of beliefs that people love. And now that belief system has diminished into, it is what it is. It's commonplace. Because the entire collective redefined its idea of tattoos. The older generations, the one that are harboring against it, are dying off. So the belief system that resonates against that, that means you're a bad person, or you must be this, or you must be that, to have that tattoo to ruin your body, it's your body. Ta-da. Make sense? So in that idea, now that there's less and less people saying, big deal. Saying the negative ideas. Now the approach is awesome. That's nice work. Where'd you get it done? Now you're co-creating. Because this is your vibrational light show. You think the body is real and sacred? It is you creating that. That is a dogma of belief. You create it every moment as you choose. So now you can see the definitions are changing over that of time. That now that is an acceptable reality where everyone gets tattoos. Well, most people. Not a big deal. But now that it's accepted, you're saying, oh yeah, no big deal. But if you were the one getting a tattoo, let's say at the age of 18 that just joined the Navy, and you come home to mom and dad and they banish you from the house. That was that construct in that space-time now. But this space-time now, it's accepted. But now, you, in your own personal reality, have this challenge in front of you. And that has deep-rooted dogma. And it is filled with public scrutiny. You didn't fulfill your role. You failed yourself. So you deem that as, I can't do that because this is going to happen. Yet you have 5 tattoos and everyone's okay with it. But if you want this or that, whatever you're thinking of, what's good? Divorce? We'll use that. Stop going to church? That kind of idea. Can't speak of the law of attraction, the secret, that of conscious awakening, channelers, extraterrestrials in front of your parents, in front of your friends, your co-workers. But everyone's okay going to church. You're, let's say, over here in spirituality. But if it's in the construct, it's okay. And the church is acceptable. But over here in the spiritual world, although your parents are very, let's say, spiritual in the idea of going to church, that of religion, but you're over here speaking, well, I am an individual singularity and I am God. And then that still spiritual is bumping against each other. And you're afraid to tell them because of the scrutiny. Look at all the degrees you're doing. Look at all the definitions of the institutions. Look at everything that is in your reality that says, I can't do that. And then stop, step back and say, yes, I can. Because this is my reality, my light show. I am, once again, creating this space-time now in every single second. And that idea that you have that has challenged you in the reflection of the mirror to let go of a harboring belief system that no longer serves you, most certainly act upon that joy in any way you can, and you will see that fear diminish into nothing because that's all it is. Oh, and by the way, most of you, if you have a great idea and someone walked up and you gave you all the money to do that, you wouldn't hesitate. Because it's all in place in time, which only lies conflict. It's now you have an avenue to get there. When truly the joy is the now to show you how it can come beyond measure, beyond any comprehensible idea you've ever come up with, how you can have the exact thing that you can create with $1 million and create more without the $1 million before you start. That is your definition. It's time reader.
23 minutes.
Booyah. We went over a few.
Yeah.
We'll keep the second half a little shorter under that and we'll do 2.
Okay.
What we'll do now is take a break. 5-10 minutes, mill around, do what you choose. Come back, anyone in the room, have questions, bring them forth. And let it go. Because it's only a group of people right here. And these are gods. And there's no judgment around you. And these gods are here in separation as you, choosing the same idea to go journey home to remember. So they are your brethren. They are that of eternal love. So speak your joy, ask your questions, find out what's inside of you to give you clarity. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. Make sense? We'll bid you a good night. This is Ocyphius, the building. Booyah. See you on a few. Hi, and welcome back to the second half of tonight's channel. The unexpected channel. Very exciting. Stand by. Oh, God. I do not love coffee. Choice. Right. And greetings once again, Ocyphius here. All right. And let's say in the new context of this group, now birthing themselves into being awake, still deeming an idea of limitation, of course, still deeming an idea as an avenue to change their lives, to receive prosperity, to, let's say, no longer fight the system, that kind of idea. We would like to offer you any kind of guidance if you have questions about anything, and I do mean anything, in your mind at this space-time now, most certainly. So, speak up, anybody, if you have any questions. Please.
I'll go.
Go.
How can we help create or create peace, not just inside ourselves, amidst all of the manipulation?
All right. Stop right there.
Okay.
First off, first thing, listen very closely. It's not how can we. The reason why is because if you are trying to we yourselves into ascension, we yourselves into peace, then you are trying to get a person to think like you. Make sense? Stay with me now.
Okay.
All right. The idea of how can I create peace is the deeming question. What can I do for my reality to create that of peace, of happy, of joy, of no more negativity, no more manipulation, no more scrutiny, no more fear, no more laws, no more governments, none of that. How do I do that? By being yourself. Now let's look at the idea of a cancer cell to give you an equatable idea. The cell takes over other cells, takes over other cells. But this cell and this cell and this cell is not communicating with each other in that way, saying, are you doing your job over there? Are you doing it right? It's just being that cell, in and of itself, creating that idea of taking over. And it's not taking over, you deem it as that, but it is a telltale clue, but you've deemed it as negative, but let's say the parallel is there so you can understand this. If I represent myself in the highest joy possible, then I offer to the other, in the idea of the equation, the other cell to look upon me and go, I can do that as well. So if one person creates peace within their reality, that vibrates within the co-creation, the frequency range of co-creation, that vibration for others to recognize in the mirror that of peace, that of joy, that of love, that of freedom for self. Choosing your joy for self. That vibration allows others to do the same, because in separation, you're always looking for comfort in numbers. Always. You don't want to be the only one. There are very, very few black sheep, but the black sheep create the flock, most certainly. All you have to do is look at fads. Simple as that. One guy wore penny loafers, then the entire world wore penny loafers. Birkenstock, same thing. Tattoos, same thing. When there's comfort in one, let's say resonating their joy, another will say, wow, I want to do that. And they do, and they represent that frequency band, going against the grain. Make sense?
Yes.
Because the collective is expecting every day bad news. You don't turn on the good news channel, you only turn on Fox News, CNN, the bad news channel, to see how effed up the world is. And then you sit there and go, wow, isn't that a shame? That's horrible. Those people are pathetic. Look how crazy they are. And that sustains that. So here's what you do. Click. You don't feed it. You create your reality representing the highest joy of yourself. And that gives the collective the idea that they can do the same. That one cancer cell in that idea is being that. And that others come and be that as well. And the ones over there are doing their thing. And the ones over there are doing their thing. The heart is most certainly not concerned with what the liver is doing, with what the pancreas is doing, with what any idea of functioning body, the separate organs, are doing with each other. They know they're connected, they know they are one, and they know without each other the entire matrix collapses. So each and every one of you count, you're part of the entire matrix, the entire fabric of the creation of life. Certainly. For one of you fails, the whole system goes. So that's why there's no failure. That's why you exist forever. Make sense? You guys follow?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So in that idea, you want to change the world. But what you see, what you were taught, is you have to solve the problem over there. You create the solution without fixing the problem. You don't go to the problem and offer the solution. You already are the solution by vibrating that of love, of peace, of joy, of happiness. Not creating the negativity by fighting the negativity. Not acknowledging that's a problem. We need to do something. Someone please write a law. Give me some, let's say, legislation that stops this horrific idea. Stop it. Let go. Create your world. In the 3D idea, shop where you choose to shop. That's your highest excitement. The ones that are ideally that of joy. Those employers in that idea. This is a birthing stage, most certainly. Remember, let's go from the 80s to the 90s. Sexual harassment laws. It was time. Perfect. We love it. But then employers got real cocky, didn't they? They put you through a legal idea because they were protecting themselves from being sued. So they would do background checks on everybody. And then it was tough to get a job. And then the people said no more. And now employers say, we've got to stop pushing everybody away, don't we? So now there's more and more business employers that are absolutely 100% treating the employees as humans, not a number. That is shifting. Most certainly your Google Enterprises was the first modality that treated their employees as people, as co-creation. Without the employees, there is no business. I can replace you in a heartbeat is out the door. Because that is an entity, that is a God, that is creation, that is love. And they recognize that. Because the frequency of the entire collective have shifted. So that's how you shifted that problem. By allowing yourselves to say, I don't choose this anymore. And you didn't. So the others that were deeming this as the way of life had to shift with you. Or they're no longer here on this earth. And enough of you said, we're ascending, so now we have the ascension timeline. And in that, the modalities of past are falling away and the new ones are in place now. Your free energies are coming. Your oil crisis, that kind of idea, totally shifted your, let's say, gas prices now. You think it's going to go back up? Are you fearing it's going to go back up? Oh, it's got to go back up. No, it doesn't. See? Simple. Now, so what you do is create your, let's say, space of peace, space of love. Because people will come up to you and go, what are you at? Why are you so relaxed? How do you not freak out? What is going on with you? What do you know? You know something. Tell me. You have a secret. That kind of idea. And then you offer them. And it may look so illogical in the mirror to them, but what you did is you put a tiny little sliver within that mind, pushed right through their belief system, and inside that sliver is a whole birthing reality of love. And that will penetrate within them, and they will recognize themselves in the mirror going, maybe I had to look into that a little bit deeper. And that's one. And that's where it all starts. And look what the collective has done. Especially in the past 2 years. Look how much you've shifted. Look at the world shifting. You're still seeing the negativity, but the negativity is fighting to stay alive. But now there's more and more numbers shifting to conscious awakening. And in that, there's no more energy sustaining the negativity. So you don't do anything about it. You say, puff the magic dragon, turn and walk down your road of reality, your path of truth, wherever that is now. Make sense?
Very.
Booyah. Anything else next? That idea? Don't hesitate. Go on now.
I'm learning right now. I think she had a question though.
I don't want to say how do we know we're on the right path,
Mhm.
but
Let me give you this.
Yeah.
There's most certainly no wrong path.
Mhm.
There was let's say, a guru that didn't want to be a guru, but still was deemed by the collective as a guru. That of Jiddu Krishnamurti. He wrote an epic book called Truth is a Pathless Land. Make sense? It's pathless. Wherever you are is perfect, because that is always your choice of who you are in remembrance. You can't go off the path to get back on, because you're always acting on your highest joy. But if you look and you're over here, and then all of a sudden in your idea someone is over here, and you're judging yourself in comparison to that, then you might deem yourself as off path. But that in and of itself is a belief, exposing another limitation of yourself. So therefore rejoice and say, awesome, I am on my right path. I don't need to be on their path. For that entity is believing and loving themselves, and they are journeying. They are the liver, I am the heart. They are the stomach, she is the eyes. Whatever you deem, they're all doing their parts in the collective. And as more people are allowing themselves to speak their truths, to find their individual path, not worrying, vibration, about am I right or wrong, is, let's say, am I going to be wasting time? The more and more people are now, that only, once again, resonates the highest frequency, allowing more people to co-create that same frequency, expanding out, and then the floodgates are open. And then everyone's like, oh, I can be happy all the time. I don't have to worry about any bills. I don't have to think about tomorrow. I just am right now. How can I have and deserve so much peace and love and happiness every moment? How is that possible? That's where you're going. Ascension is being right where you're at every moment in complete harmony with yourself. Think about that. How many of you have lived moment to moment to moment to moment with no breakage of pure happiness? Think about that. You have happiness for an hour or so, then something happens. Right? In conflict, in and out of happiness. Can you imagine to be happy? And don't discount that word. True happiness. Every moment in fluidity. Upon earth, where you're effortlessly creating your reality in total joy to the point you feel like you're going to explode because you don't deserve so much happiness. You're like, holy cow, how can this be? And that is you pushing against that top belief of separation. That you are, let's say, lower than. That you never needed to worship anyone. You are your own authority. Breaking down every barrier that has kept the idea of humanity limited. But this is the journey you chose. Once again, you are not ascending you. You are ascending the civilization, the species of humanity. There are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of physical species that have ascended. And it's your turn. And you most certainly know what it's like because you're already ascended the species in a different space-time now. So you're going through the journey to enjoy the journey, to experience the journey, to choose everything knowing now that there's no wrong, and wherever you are, you can rejoice, making that moment that rich, that much more richer. fuller of you. And then that only deems the excitement and say, yes, I'm ready for the next moment and the next and the next. And then you just keep going and going, and you create realities beyond yourself every day. And you let go of definitions of wealth, of fame, of glory, of security, of the future, because you have everything now. And once you see there's no definitions in the mirror, you know that everything is right here, right now. Beautiful. Make sense, Dawn? Yes?
Yes.
Anything else out there?
A lot of things.
Go. You hesitated. You did.
I'm a little confused.
That's okay. Because confusion is what? You going against the belief. Going, I don't understand this. There's an idea there, but it's, let's say, conflicting within my logical mind, my belief system. I need to figure it out before I understand it, so I'm confused. Awesome. So that means you're pushing against your framework. Rejoice.
Oh, okay.
What's your question?
Am I giving up?
No.
Oh, good. Okay.
Because here's the idea. How can you give up? You can't give up. Once again, it's a definition. When you give up, you let go. Let's talk about surrender. The idea of surrender is giving up. It's truly not giving up, it's letting go. So you may feel that you're giving up because that is an obligation. You set a goal, you get halfway through, and you give it up. It's too hard. Doesn't make sense. I can't do it. I give it up. So you're defining yourself as a failure. So actually, you didn't give up. You surrendered, i.e., let go. And now you are more you. Because when you let go of definitions and you're no longer obligating yourself to fulfill that idea of limitation, you lighten up. And you no longer have to do anything about what you thought you just gave up. But you let it go. You see the difference? You're not obligated to nobody. There's most certainly nobody that you are obligated to, ever. Even that of your Father. Even that of the Creator. Point zero, the source, the one. Whatever you choose. You can't be obligated to yourself because you are the individual creator. The perfect creation, the exact Xerox copy, unlimited. But remember, you've got to remember this. If you put one condition on all that is no longer all that is. It's conditioned. So you have nothing on you. Nothing. Not one obligation, not one judgment, not one rule. So if you deem yourself giving up, you are actually truly giving up an idea of a belief. You have most certainly raised your vibration. Excellent. I'm rejoicing. Make sense?
Yeah.
Excellent. Dave?
I have a friend that committed suicide last week.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have any messages or?
The idea for that, stand by. Who's Richard?
Oh, it wasn't Richard.
No, it
But
wasn't
I
Richard.
don't-
Who's Richard to you? You have a Richard in your life right now.
I'm trying to think of one. I can't think of one.
If you can't think of one, don't worry about it. That means it's coming. This Richard idea, this person that you will meet in the space-time now, is going to be a connection with that of a friend, the one that committed suicide. And what you're going to do now is offer these words to him. Through, let's say, a synchronistic moment, you have an acquaintance. He doesn't understand it, but now you will, to give these words, to give him that idea of peace. Are you following?
Yes.
All right. The one that committed suicide did it for one reason and one reason only, for himself to experience that of suicide. It wasn't a choice, but it was a choice. He chose it, but it's always an option not to choose it. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. So he, through that belief system, that ideas, saw no other way out, no way to fix what he deemed as the, let's say, social complex acceptance. He was living in that framework. Those frameworks were telling him, no, 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 no. You're already this, you are that, you are that, you are that. He accepted all the scrutiny, all the beliefs, all the bad ideas, all the fears, built up his entire reality around him in complete, let's say, freezing in the moment, to no longer act, had no absolute solution available to him, and left the plane. Committed suicide. High probability for him. He was not afraid of it before coming down to experience that. Now, that's one reason, to experience that in and of itself. Upon, let's say, waking up, he had, of course, had the choice to come back and, let's say, undo the suicide. Never making the choice before, giving himself enough energy, enough, let's say, way out that he doesn't choose that reality. But after waking up, he chose to, let's say, stay deaminated. Okay? Are you following?
Yes.
All right. So that choice was made. Because in the co-creation, everyone that is experiencing the death, like you all right now, are experiencing this suicide. Everyone out there watching on the video idea is experiencing this person's death. This will reach a massive amount of people to give new ideas on the idea of suicide in and of itself, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he sees in that idea, and we call him he sees an idea, in this idea, how many people in separation it's going to affect. So he chooses to keep that effect in place and have everyone look at death in a different way, because death is looked at one way among the masses. Many of you know death is a reset button. It's like playing a video game. Oh, no more lives, let me put another quarter in, I'm done. And you go on and play your video game. 3D. Simple as that. But everyone says, no, no, no. Life is sacred, life is this, life is that, and all the beliefs come down. The truth of the matter is that it serves a purpose for the collective. Now, when you meet this Richard person, we're talking 3 months, client, he doesn't live there yet. So this client, in talking, you'll recognize the name and you'll know that it's an acquaintance. He's distraught about it. He's a childhood friend. Apart for many years, but still, let's say, high school, wrestling team, that kind of idea.
Mm-hmm.
Stand by. We're playing in here. See what's best for this. So in that idea, when you co-create, offer these words. It was a choice. That's it. He chose to do that. And he's going to say, yes, well, of course he did. He committed suicide. No, 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 no. Give him the idea of he chose this entire reality. He chose that to have other people see things in different perspectives. That death is by no means anything deemed what has been taught death is going to mean. No one at the young age cares about death. You live on the edge. As you get closer to what perceived death is going, then you all of a sudden turn to God and say, oh, I better straighten up. I'm in the home stretch here. That kind of idea. So you want to help him let go of those fears, for he is nearing the death idea. And nearing the death idea, his fears are coming up and he's beating the crap out of himself for his past indiscretions, the dogma taught by what you would call your religious dogma. Are you following?
Yes.
And it scares him. It scares most people, truly. For death is unknown. And you're always basing the fears off of the known. So death is truly very exciting. Truly. So in that idea, you will offer him peace. For soon after that, he will experience the idea of getting what you call sick. And he knows he's on his journey. So that co-creation, in that idea, he will remember your words, knowing that he chose, knowing that there is no death, knowing that there's a choice, everything that you know right now, and you will learn, let's say, truly remember, learn more things between this and that interaction in the next 3 months on words, through your readings, through, let's say, different co-creations. You'll get these synchronicities in your mind, and all of those will be in that magical moment, and you allow it, and you trust to speak the words to him. You're not going to lose the sale. Make sense?
Yes.
You speak your mind, because it's about humanity. It's not about the fucking money. Make sense?
Yep. I
All
don't
right.
worry about the money.
Most certainly. That idea. You get this now? You got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that is idea. Everyone has an experience, and it brings up all the beliefs about death. He's serving a very high purpose in that fashion. And there is no judgments on death and suicides, by the way. There is no levels when you leave. Suicides are not treated any different than dying from a disease or a car accident. There's no judgment, guys. Are you good?
Yes, thank you.
Most welcome. Anything else?
You said don't focus on wealth to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
What if I want like both? I want happiness and wealth.
Well, if you want wealth, be happy and wealth will flow.
And okay, another thing.
Breathe.
Not good at public speaking. I'm already sweating.
Mm-hmm.
No. It says to, like
You work
imagine.
at a club?
No, it was a joke. It says to focus on what you want, like imagine, right? Like spend some time imagining, like in the secret and stuff like that, exactly where you want to be. So in my head, I mean, I dream big. Like I got an island in my head. I built all my family and friends' houses, and you know, I got a couple private jets for them, and I own multiple, you know, blah blah, and it keeps getting big. Should I keep on focusing on that exact dream? Because that's what I want in my head. But it's wealth, and it's wealthy. And I would be like one of the richest people in the world in this head. Is that too far out? Should I keep on focusing on that?
No. There's nothing out of bounds.
Because when I'm focusing on that, I got a big smile on my face.
You got a
That's
very
the point,
exciting
right?
smile. Are you acting on it?
Yeah, I'm doing everything I can right now.
You've been down to the airport?
The airport?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Okay, we'll go to the airport, go into the private drive, walk through one of the offices, right onto a private jet, sit in it. Have you done that yet?
No, I haven't.
Then do that. Make sense?
Yeah.
Because here's what it's going to do. It's going to show you the vibration of actually being on a jet, and then you will redefine jet as happiness into just an item.
Right.
Are you following that?
Yeah.
You're defining yourself, that will make me happy. Once you're happy, once I get the jet, my happiness will come. Once I have my houses, the happiness will come. Once I relieve my friends and family's pain by giving them the idea of houses and private jets, then I have serviced. Make sense?
Yeah.
When the truth of the matter is, what you will deem as your journeying, this is epic information. Listen close now. Your information, truly, I love this. In this idea, you are going to be redefining what you find valuable, what you define as happiness, as you're journeying towards this idea that you are created. You are insatiable about it. And that is excellent. And you will follow that, and as you're going, little tiny vibrations will fall away because you will start seeing and then redefining happiness. And in that, The houses, the islands, the jets will be there, but not in the same manner. Make sense?
Yeah.
Because right now, they're getting you there. But once you're there, you're going to let go of them. Because you know that never filled your heart. You will now understand that you are filling your heart. And you can create anything you want anytime. So yeah, this is perfect. There is absolutely nothing wrong with what you're choosing. Think big, dream big, get the islands. I'm sure there's a country for sale.
I looked into it.
Absolutely. Sure there's some real estate on the moon or down in the ocean you can buy. Get what you want. Journey your excitement. Don't define it as materialistic or not. That's old definitions of spirituality. You are the universe to take yourself home. You define yourself as anything according to the mirror and scrutiny, you will slow yourself down. Before you didn't know you were slowing yourself down, but now you do, so now you won't. Booyah. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So go after it. Get down to the airport. Slip in the back door. You're vibrating the highest excitement. There's no security guards. There's no one there. It's your world. You will walk effortlessly through it and hop on the plane. Someone comes on. What are you doing here? I'm digging the plane. What are you doing? Make sense?
Yeah.
Feel it. Go to the houses. Do anything. Dominion reader? Is that what it's called?
Dominion?
Take a trip. Follow them in there. Drive around the houses. Knock on a door or two. Hi, I'm an aspiring young dreamer. Can I come inside and dream about your house? Out of bounds. It's your moment. It's your creation. You vibrate. Doesn't matter. The results, you went to the vibration. Don't look for the results to be this or that. Be in the moment to moment to moment to moment to moment and experience the vibration of that. The reality of it. And there is no ownership in creation. And so don't say it's not my house. It's whatever it is in the moment. The law may not say it's your house, but you're most certainly creating it. And it will come to you in any way you choose it to. And it will come synchronistically through this and that. But remember, as you're going, you will most certainly redefine what is important to you, what is the idea of happiness, and you will let go and fill yourself with yourself, and all of the things that you deemed as happiness will now become part of your happiness that you choose to create. They're you now. Make sense?
Yeah.
Booyah. Very good. You're good vibration. Good. All right. Anything else out there?
I have a question. Before when I first started my journey, it was kind of like I was watching documentaries about all the negative things, which kind of brought me to the light. But like,
Stand by. The reason why there's negative documentaries, the reason why there's negative ideas, because it got your attention. Ta-da! Without the attention, you don't wake up. So, awesome. So don't get mad at the negative ideas, because they all serve a purpose to get you to say, oh my gosh, there's this. And you get excited about it, and then you're like, I don't like that anymore. And then you find the other thing. But that was a stepping stone. Awesome, go.
that's how I found the secret. But like it was talking about the New World Order and these entities taking over the world and how like we would be going through dark things before the light.
Oh yeah, scary. Oh yeah.
Is that true?
No.
Okay.
Of course. It's a reality for those who choose it. Are you choosing it?
No.
Separating earths. Let them choose their earth. There's no one that is going to tell you what you want, what you have to in any way, shape, or form. There's no authority outside of you. So if you see then that there's going to be a new world order, that all of these dark things are going to happen, and you're buying into it, then you stay there. But when you know there's no way they have the choice to tell you what to do, you say, no, I'm going over here. They'll go, okay, bye. And you go. separating Earths. Let the 3D Earth stay there, let the 4D Earth that you are choosing go. Be on that Earth. Make sense? You clear? Yes?
Yes. Declare.
It's all serving a purpose. Everything. Everything. And everything will always be a choice. It'll never be a fact. It'll be a perceived truth in the moment of now. All of your nows got you to now. Look where you're at right now. Make sense?
Yes.
Booyah. Keep choosing your joy. No fear. No wars. No bad. No entities. No, let's say, Pleiadian, Arcturian ideas. Reptilians. None of that. That's on that Earth. Let them play that out. You're over here. Make sense?
Yes.
Remember, all of you are gods, choosing whatever you want to do. You choose the co-creation. You want to co-create. So if you're choosing the Ascension Earth, that's where you're going to be. If someone is not choosing that, that's where they're going to be. But don't think for 1 second that you have to be there. That they're not two Earths. There's billions of Earths. Billions of them shifting all the time. You, all over the place. Make sense?
Yes.
Easy.
Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome. Roxy's a little freaking out. She's having a good time. It's a new vibrational state for her. She's right here. Interesting. All right, anything else out there? Don't hesitate, don't be afraid. You got an entity here, an alien, hi. Take a chance. If not, no big deal, of course. There's no judgment here.
Okay, what about the girls?
Ah, the twins.
Yeah.
What about them?
Oh, is there anything that I could do?
Oh no.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
You've done so perfect with them.
Really?
Oh yes. Let them go. Let them keep doing their thing.
Yeah, okay.
You are birthing an idea also in representation of a new family unit. A new way of creating a family unit that is outside of what is perceived as the old paradigm of a family unit. That of a father figure, that of a mother figure. Now, we all birthed into partner ideas. That's now accepted. You are still representing and vibrating one female and one male, father and mother figure. That's not the out of bounds part, but what it is the idea of how you are intimately connected with each other, how the homeschooling is, let's say, different. Let's say the idea of them, let's say, not being really social in some aspects, but very brilliant in others.
Yeah.
You're letting them find themselves in the possibilities and the probabilities around them. You are not inhibiting them, you are encouraging them. You are flowering, fertilizing that new seed to represent to the collective what humanity can be. That they didn't get this and they didn't get that of the old paradigm, but holy cow, look what they are.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Something's wrong. It doesn't compute. Logic short circuits them. But that's awesome because you represent a higher self to the collective through that modality of your twins. You follow? So yes, let them go. Feed them well, let them go. Make sense? Excellent. Time, David?
40 minutes.
Is there another?
Is there another what?
Time for another question.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my sisters?
What about it?
Are they like on another planet?
Most certainly.
Are we ever supposed to cross?
Once again, let me see. Well, let's put it this way. We're all on separate planets. Truly. It's just the apparency that it's one. But truly, there's only what you see and feel right now. Everything else is not there until you get there. Will there be co-creation between you two again is what you're asking?
Yeah.
Do you want there to be?
I
So it doesn't lie with them, it lies with you.
Okay.
The choice has always been yours. There's always versions of, let's say, entities everywhere. Always versions of Roxanne over there. Hmm? That choice. But this is the official Roxanne here. The other Roxanne is over there, and that's space-time doing that. Your sisters are there and there and there and there, shifting realities. Make sense? You're here. If you're putting a vibration, the door's closed, don't come visit me. They won't, because they're love. Make sense? So when you're ready to open the door and invite, they will get the signal. Then it becomes their choice. Well, I told them to come, they didn't come. They're not returning my calls. Let it go. Keep going on your now, because you are loving yourself right now and you haven't missed anything with or without them.
Yeah.
Make sense? It's all about you. It's all about your show to ascend this civilization in the best way you perceive as love. Yes? So choose when you're ready, if at all. No judgment. Because when you all wake up, it's a big party. It's an Ascension party. You're like, oh, I'm back. Cool. Cool. Make sense? And everyone that you co-created with down here, you realize that you're loved. You realize that you're family. You realize that you're one. Your biggest enemy is your closest friend. Truly. Excellent. Anything else? Good, 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 good. All right. Once again, this is Ocyphius from the Oversoul Collective Fire. We'll talk about that if you have questions on what an Oversoul is. Speak of that with Roxanne. Bidding you a good day, a good moment, a good nap. We are honored once again to be among you, to offer our idea of that of creation. Until our next now, I bid you a good now, a done day. Shua. Booyah. Hi guys. I'll do this in 2 parts, I think. Anyway, I don't know. We're figuring it out. Yeah, I love you guys. We'll get it up on YouTube as soon as we can. Mwah. Talk to you later. Bye.